Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something that's really shifted, hasn't it? Public attitude towards, well, extraterrestrial life.
Oh, absolutely. It used to be purely sci-fi fringe stuff, but now something's definitely changed. It feels more mainstream somehow.
I think a big part of that, maybe the most compelling part, is who's talking now.
Exactly. It's not just random theories anymore. We're hearing direct testimony, firsthand accounts.
From people who are in positions to know, right? Like former astronauts, government officials.
Yeah, people with serious credentials stepping up and saying, look, this is what I saw or this is what I experienced. It really moves it from what if to what happened.
And that leads us straight into the really astonishing claims of Clark McCline.
Hmm.
He says he was a systems engineering officer and SEO working with the space shuttle fleet.
Which would mean he's watching all the technical readouts, right? Especially during critical phases, a key position.
Totally. He'd have had eyes on things most people wouldn't. So for this deep dive, we're really going to try and unpack his specific account.
What exactly did he say he witnessed?
Okay, so McCline claims he was at a station monitoring screens. This was at Kennedy Space Center's launch control.
Right, standard procedure.
Except he sees something completely unexpected pop up on his monitors. An alien vessel, he calls it.
An alien vessel near the shuttle.
That's what he says. It apparently entered orbit and positioned itself near the space shuttle. He described it as kind of strange, triangular, with this weird shimmering field around it.
Okay, wow. And where exactly was it in relation to the shuttle?
Hovering just behind the payload bay doors.
Uh-huh.
The big cargo doors when they're open in space.
Uh-huh.
But here's where it gets, well, even stranger. It wasn't just the ship.
Go on.
McCline claims he saw an actual alien being interacting with two NASA astronauts.
Yeah.
Right there, in the payload bay.
Interacting. How? And what did it look like?
Okay, he was very specific about the appearance. Said it was tall,
Yeah.
like really tall, 8 to 9 feet.
8 to 9 feet. Wow.
Yeah. But humanoid shape, basically.
Mm-hmm.
2 arms, legs, hands, feet, slender torso, and a head that was, proportionate to its height.
And the interaction, what was happening?
He couldn't tell how they were communicating.
Yeah.
Maybe telepathy, maybe some device. He wasn't sure.
Okay.
But he saw the alien gesturing, using its arms, like it was giving instructions or directing the astronauts who were tethered there.
Giving instructions to NASA astronauts.
That's the claim. And get this, he also noted the being seemed to have some kind of weapon and a communication device on it.
A weapon. Okay, that's intense.
Yeah.
How long did this supposedly go on for?
Very briefly, actually. He timed it. 1 minute and 7 seconds. That's all.
A minute can feel like a long time when something like that is happening, I suppose.
I guess so. Now, here's another layer to this whole thing.
What's that?
Despite evidence suggesting McCline did work for NASA, there are photos of him with astronaut Judy Resnick, him in a NASA uniform.
Uh-huh. Seems straightforward.
NASA refuses to officially confirm his employment. They just won't say.
Really? That's odd. You'd think they could easily confirm or deny that. That silence. It definitely adds to the mystery, doesn't it?
It really does. So you have this incredibly detailed, bizarre testimony, and then this official stonewalling, almost.
So McCline's story, while maybe one of the more vivid ones, isn't happening in a vacuum.
Not at all. It's part of this wider pattern, this growing number of voices speaking out.
And it connects to broader concerns, too, right? Like, I'm thinking of figures like Roscoe Hillencutter.
The former CIA director, yeah.
His comments weren't about aliens in payload bays, but about security services being, quote, soberly concerned about UFOs in our atmosphere.
Right. It wasn't sensationalist. It was framed as a serious national security issue. Unexplained objects in restricted airspace.
Exactly. So whether it's McCline's very specific visual account or Hillencutter's more high-level security concerns, there's this pressure building.
Okay, so let's recap quickly for everyone listening. We've got Clark McCline's claim, seeing an 8-9-foot tall alien in the shuttle bay, interacting with astronauts.
Plus the strange detail about NASA not confirming his job, even with photo evidence.
And we're placing that alongside other high-level acknowledgments, like from former CIA head Hillencutter, about serious UFO concerns.
So the question we kind of want to leave you with is, what does all this mean?
Right. With these stories coming out, the push for transparency, what does it suggest about, well, our place in the universe?
Are we potentially, rethinking our whole understanding of who and what is out there? Something to definitely mull over.